Hi there, all the RunSport training clinic people. You're halfway through your recovery week, and I hope it's going well. I hope you're able to take a break and know that the easier training is your recovery, and that's your training this week. And we're looking forward now to the last 5 weeks of the RunSport training clinics for 2018. It's pretty cool that we've gotten this far, and I think you should feel really proud of yourself for getting this far in the clinic, and it's a great spot to be because we've done so much work, foundation strength, building on your mental habits and building your fitness as well. And we're going into the next 2-week microcycle. It's just a short microcycle so that we can finish off the training clinics with 3 weeks leading into race day. The next 2 weeks are a revisit to doing hills, and you get to build on what you've already started because we did hills already in the training clinic. So the cool thing about next week is that you get to do the hills already having some knowledge of how you train on hills and how to train hills, like from a task and a process oriented point of view. But you also have expectations now. You know how those last set of hills went for you, and you can bring that strength into doing them again. So you have a mental picture now of what you are like running on the hills, and you can build on that. So I would encourage you to reflect back on how the last microcycle went when we did hills, and what would you like to do better this time? What would you like to improve? Is it your mental strength? Would you like to look at hills and make them more your friend? Would you like to dance a little better up the hills? Or would you just merely like to feel like you're moving better up the hills? And so pick a few things that you can work on and that you can improve on, and make sure that you think about those things before the session begins. And even when you're in the warm-up to this session, think about it. Like, what do I want to do today? How do I want to do these hills even better today? What will I do in this session so that at the end of the session I feel really happy about what I've done and that I've made myself better in some way, physically, emotionally, mentally. And so I'm just going to give you a little cue here. If you're thinking about how you want to become a stronger hill runner, we've gone over these cues before. You can watch the previous video if you want, but there's 3 main things you want to think about when you're running hills. And the first one is to look to the top of the hill. So you're looking to where you want to go, and it's that physical vision of looking up the hill. It does 2 things. It pulls you to the top of the hill, so you're looking to where you're wanting to go. You're kind of willing yourself up the hill, but it also makes you run tall. So as you look up the hill, you actually have to straighten your head out on top of your shoulders. You have to straighten out your posture, and you have to run very well up the hill. The second thing you can do on the hill is you can really think about what your body is doing. So you can use your arms really hard. You can drive your arms really fast up the hill, and you can drive your knees up the hill and take quick steps. So you really don't want to be bounding up a hill. You want to try to take quick steps up the hill. You're a little bit closer to the front of your foot, depending on the incline of the hill, obviously, but they're quick, powerful, dynamic strides up the hill, moved by the driving of the arms as you're going forward. And then the third thing is what I always talk about, is making friends with the hill, deciding that you are going to be a great hill runner. And the benefit to that is that you get the physical strength out of it, and then you also get the race day strength out of it, so that when you hit the 1 or 2 hills that are on the course, you have already done these hills successfully in your brain. It doesn't even have to be the same hill. It's that you have done hills successfully in training and throughout your mental process in training, and that'll really, really help you on race day. I think at this point, a lot of athletes will be ready to walk, wheel, run a little bit harder up the hill. If your training group can revisit the same hill that you did in the first set of hills, you may see an improvement. And if you're ready for that, you can use that as motivation. Can I run these hills a little faster? Can I run them a little stronger? Can I feel a little better on the hills? The feeling part is a little bit subjective, but you'll know how you feel inside, and you should be able to sense that your effort is higher and that you're moving well up the hill if you've been really honest at trying to tune into your perceived effort over the last few weeks of the training. I encourage you to give it a bit of a go this week. if you're ready for it, if your body is rested, if you are injury free, if you're feeling like you have good energy, this is the perfect time of the RunSport training clinics to test it out a little bit. Move yourself into a little bit of discomfort. You get to do it while going uphill, so you're going to be taking away a lot of that impact of running, and so it's a great time to see, what can I do? Can I move? Can I, am I stronger than I think today? And I encourage you to embrace that. But you only get 1 week of really strong hills. The second week, I want you to do it more as a flowy session, so that you don't tap yourself out too much before the recovery week, and then we have 2 more weeks after that before the actual race date. So it's pretty exciting. I'm going to throw up another blog as well on motivation and achievement and things that might get in the way, and that you can continue to work on, and that'll help you in all areas of your life. Keep on resting this week, keep it up, and look forward to some great hill sections next week.